the Pittsburgh Steelers really are in control of the AFC North right now. They run it, and if they beat the Giants, what's holding them back from winning it? I think everybody was talking Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, and the Baltimore Ravens. They're it. That is it. They are red hot. You're not going to slow them down. The Steelers won't be able to get past them. At least not. I'm not going to say the fan base. The fan base did not think that way. They were well aware of the Pittsburgh Steelers and Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens, history. National media, everybody else wants to talk. The Baltimore Ravens, they look fantastic. Nobody's going to be, the Steelers are not a competition to the Baltimore Ravens. Well, two things happened over the weekend. The first thing is that I was dead on when I said that the Cleveland Browns were only going to get better without Deshaun Watson, because Jameis Winston threw for 334 yards and 3 touchdowns, and he looked like the best quarterback the Cleveland Browns have had in 3 years, Joe Flacco included. I mean, he looked phenomenal, and they walk away winners over the Ravens, who since 2020 are now 12-14 against the AFC North, which says two things. One, the Steelers have a real shot at winning the AFC North, which goes miles in the postseason. And two, the Browns are a team to watch out for just for the Steelers. Are they going to make the playoffs? No, probably not. Although I don't know who's going to be the 7th seed. I think you might only have to win 4 games to make the 7th seed in the AFC this season. But I don't think that they're going to make the playoffs. But they are going to be a bigger challenge for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and that is not a team to sleep on. Meanwhile, the Ravens, they might be. And I am very confident in saying that I would pick the Steelers right now to win the AFC North, simply because their resume against the AFC North is typically strong, and Baltimore's is typically not. Did yesterday change your mind in any way about the AFC North?
It didn't change my mind. It was obviously good for the Steelers to see the Baltimore Ravens fall, because they had not lost in over a month, and they were starting to look like they were unstoppable, especially that rushing attack with Derrick Henry and with Lamar Jackson. But it goes to show you that an AFC North defense, the way it's constructed in Cleveland, can shut down that run game still. And let's not lie, the Steelers defense is right alongside the Browns defense when it comes to effectiveness and shutting down the Baltimore Ravens offensive rushing attack. So it showed me that, okay, the Ravens are not somebody to put on this pedestal as unbeatable, which is where I think a lot of the AFC teams are. But I think what you also have to recognize is it's AFC North football. We've seen this in the past, as you alluded to. And on the Cleveland Browns side of things, they did get that new quarterback bump. And it's not mystical, right? It's not, hey, just because it's a new quarterback, they're mystically going to have a better game. It's because, well, nobody has ever seen that specific quarterback play in that specific offense. There's nothing on film. So it's harder to kind of get ready for. The Steelers will have the benefit of multiple weeks of Jameis Winston in that offense, but also let's not act like it wasn't classic Jameis, right? He threw some beautiful passes. The game-winning touchdown was crazy, but he also made a lot of mistakes and left a lot of opportunities for the Baltimore Ravens to pick him off. And I believe he was picked off once or twice. But I mean, and I think somebody also referenced it here, Kyle Hamilton had a game-winning interception.
He did.
Thrown directly to him.
He did.
By Jameis Winston. So to me, I don't think it changes much because it's just one game, but it certainly helps the Steelers that, one, the Ravens don't look invincible anymore like they did for 5 straight weeks. And two, the Browns looked better, but still not as a team that you should fear that's going to come in here and run all over everybody.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. See all of your subscriptions in one place and know exactly where your money is going. And for any that you don't want anymore, Rocket Money can help you cancel them with just a few taps. Rocket Money's dashboard gives you a clear view of your expenses across all accounts, easily creates a personalized budget with custom categories to help keep your spending on track, and sees your monthly spending trends in each category to know exactly where your money is going. Get alerts if your bills increase in price, there's unusual spending activity, or if you're close to going over your budget. And the new goals feature automatically saves money for you without you even having to think about it. Whether your goal is to pay off your credit card debt, put away money for a house, or just build your savings, Rocket Money makes it easy. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate lower bills for you, sometimes up to 20%. They automatically scan your bills to find opportunities to save. Then you can ask them to negotiate for you. They'll deal with customer service. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions. They could save members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/allsteelers. That's rocketmoney.com/allsteelers. rocketmoney.com/allsteelers. I agree. I agree. And if I worded that incorrectly, that's on me, because I am by no means trying to say the Cleveland Browns about to come in here and run it. Yeah. They might.
How bad it is.
Yeah. Only because everybody was talking the Dolphins are about to come in here and claim the last playoff spot, and then they lose to the Cardinals. That's where we're at. There is, I don't know I actually have it. I'm on ESPN now, so we could just pull it up. What is the standings in the AFC right now? The 7th seed is the 4-3 Los Angeles Chargers, which are not good. That's not what we're looking for. The Indianapolis Colts are 4-4 behind them. The Cincinnati Bengals at 3-5 are a game and a half away from tying the Chargers, and that's a very much so a possibility. That's how bad it is. But I agree. I think it only works out in the Steelers' favor simply because it showed that the Ravens are not invincible, and it at the same time showed that the Browns, you're right. It's the quarterback, it's the change, it's the Jameis Winston. You'll see this come and go. You'll see the wave. We'll ride the roller coaster. I think the roller coaster is more dangerous for the Steelers than Deshaun Watson. Yeah. But I still don't think it's, I would not sit here and say the Browns are going to sweep the Steelers. I would just say definitely more of a challenge. But the Ravens, that's the biggest one. That's the big takeaway here, is you continue to not be good in the AFC North with Lamar Jackson. And that's nothing against Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's still an MVP caliber player, but it does leave some room for the Pittsburgh Steelers and some good opportunity for the Pittsburgh Steelers to take advantage of.